right, here we are on location in sunny Miami, Florida for our second episode of this. Don't correct it this time.
Anchorage,
Last
Alaska.
time. All right, at least you didn't correct it this time.
Wakanda.
All right, but on location, on the beach, we are in the sun. It's beautiful, and we decided we were going to talk about Top Gun Maverick.
3, 2, 1.
The new big blockbuster made $1.6 billion. It is one of the biggest movies all time. It's Tom Cruise returning to form. It's just a reinvigoration of the entire film industry. So what did you think of Top Gun Maverick?
I thought Ted was annoying.
Who's Ted?
From How I Met Your Mother.
So, it turned out, actually, he hasn't seen it.
I didn't watch that
He
film.
didn't see Top Gun Maverick. And I thought he had, but it hadn't happened. So you want to talk about How I Met Your Mother?
No, I want to talk about Top Gun. It probably sucked. Did they do a volleyball scene again?
Kinda.
Okay, then
They had it was two-way football. So you play an offense and defense at the same time with two footballs on the beach. Everybody's shirtless, including Jennifer Connelly.
Does she have a six-pack?
Wait, she didn't play that game, did she?
Wait, Jennifer Connelly was in that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But Bowie wasn't, so it doesn't matter.
No, David Bowie wasn't.
Ground control to Major Tom.
He would have been a nice addition to it. God, see, why don't they do awesome things like this? Like a Top Gun and the Labyrinth, mashup. Yeah. That would have been amazing. You have David Bowie just swooping in and stealing the baby. There were no babies, but if he just came in and did something, started singing.
Tom Cruise could play a baby.
He's pretty short. So yeah, he steals Tom Cruise, and Jennifer Connelly has to go into enemy territory to rescue Tom Cruise from David Bowie.
Could you imagine what an air labyrinth would look like?
An air labyrinth!
So you have to navigate it flying?
And then you have Hoggle, and he'd be another pilot who was stranded there because he crashed
How would you do the
his
doors that talk?
Oh, I don't know. So we'd need a new puzzle that they have, I don't know how you'd be flying and talking to the Doors. Wait, it could just be the band The Doors.
Yeah, Jim Morrison. It's like ground control. Be like, sorry, this is Jim Morrison. You have to answer these questions before I'll tell you where to go.
Yeah, and it'd be on the bombing run. That makes so much sense. Yeah, I think that would work.
So who can light my fire? He's like, I can light your fire, Jim Morrison.
Fox 3. Yeah, that would make so much sense. Who would play Hoggle, though, in the mashup?
Idris Elba.
We can't have Idris Elba.
Well, we were just talking about how great he was in Suicide Squad.
Right, but
one.
but he's fixing Django Unchained and going to be the new Bond and all that stuff. He can't be Hoggle in in the Top Gun.
Margot Robbie.
All right, she can do it. Yeah, she can do it. Who's going to play that little caterpillar thing that she talks to for 2 seconds?
Henry Cavill.
That is perfect casting. He has the build for it. It just, that makes sense. And it's a pivotal moment in the movie.
Well, who would be the missus? I feel like in this one, we'd have to meet the missus.
Wait, who's the missus?
Well, the little caterpillar is like, come on inside.
Oh,
meet the missus.
Oh, yeah, because they always add extra stuff that's completely unnecessary when they do these kinds of things. So we'd actually go in and meet the missus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the missus... Wait, who is the caterpillar? Henry Cavill. So the missus could be Ben Affleck. It would be a callback.
Yeah, so then it could actually work with the next Justice League spinoff.
Right, so we're building a Top Gun Labyrinth expanded universe, and it's going to include the Justice League. Yeah.
All right.
They'll do that.
That sounds perfect.
Okay, so Top Gun Maverick, they fly some planes and it looks cool. So How I Met Your Mother. Mm-hmm. So what did you want to discuss in that one? What are things that happened?
So... I don't really like it. And I'm still watching it.
I didn't like it very much, so I stopped.
I watched it the first time, and I think Neil Patrick Harris was just overly charismatic to a point where he was really funny, and it carried me through continuing to watch. But now I started rewatching it again because I was just like, oh, it's been forever since I've seen this. And I'm on like season 5, and I just don't like it. I don't like it.
You got to season 5?
Yeah, it's still going.
Liking it?
I'm gonna keep watching more too. It's like the show's fine, but it's like, man, all the characters are just so toxic and just awful. It's like Ted is the worst. It's like he's so desperate to like just get married. It's gross.
I haven't seen enough to actually know what's going on. But every time you say Ted, I think about that teddy bear in that movie.
That's who plays Ted in the show.
Oh, the teddy bear does?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder he's toxic. That makes sense. He's letting
He doesn't have Mark Wahlberg
over.
there to rein him in. He just has, Jason Segel there to make silly faces.
Oh, that guy from American Beauty, Jason Segel?
That's the one.
Okay. And then it also has... Who's the girl in that? Is that Jennifer
Kevin
Connelly?
Spacey.
Oh, Kevin Spacey? Okay.
In American Beauty, he was the girl. No, there's Allison Hannigan plays one of the girls in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, the flute girl.
Yeah, the flute girl.
Okay.
And then Kobe Smulders, I think is her name. She was a...
Kobe Smulders?
Yeah, that's
her real name?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
That's a weird stage name. She chose that? Yeah. Kobe Smulders? Sounds like a porn name.
Yeah, it is, obviously. No, she plays the first love interest of Ted. The one that he falls for. And then Barney is Neil Patrick Harris's character.
But by the end, he doesn't end up with her, right? It's some other chick?
I haven't seen the end.
Oh my god. This is like games. You play games and you don't beat them. And then...
Hold on. Let me follow this up. Because I know that the last season is worse than the rest of them. And I'm really dreading it when I get there. Because I didn't get that far the first watch through. I watched like the first 7 seasons, and I think there's 8.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you what I think is how it ends, because it got spoiled for me, I'm pretty sure, but I didn't watch it to confirm. So this might be wrong. So they go over, he meets the mom, they fall in love, it's all ultra romantic, but the mom died at some point, and so now he gets back together with Robin.
What?
At the end, he's like with Robin again, the Kobe Smulders.
Oh,
like his first girl that he was going for. So then they got married, and then like they're raising his kids with another woman together.
Really?
Yeah. It's very modern.
So what happens in Top Gun?
Same thing.
It's kind of similar, actually. All right, so that's How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So that's one of those shows. What's that game that you played that you didn't finish?
Cyberpunk.
Right. What were the other? Is it always RPGs that you can't finish?
No, I finished some of them. Like I finished Final Fantasy 15. That was great.
But did you finish that in the first go, or did you start over again and then finish it?
Yeah, I finished that one in the first go.
Oh, nice.
I think 12 I had to go back.
All right, let's talk about Final Fantasy 15.
As you stand by me.
All right, cool.
Because this is an episode about Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, Final Fantasy 15 starts out and it has that one song,
Florence and the Machine,
iconic song. Yeah, it was their cover, right? Yeah,
she's got such a great voice.
Yeah, it's really beautiful opening. They're pushing the car. Initially, I thought they were all douches, and I hated them. I was like, oh my god, you guys are so annoying. I don't know if I'm going to like this game.
I got a new recipe.
yeah. And then it kind of started, they endeared themselves to me a little bit.
Yep.
So then at a certain point, I was like, you know what, I kind of like this. But I didn't play it until the new release, like the Royal Edition. Mm-hmm. Did you play the original, or did you play... You played
the original.
Did you play the new one after that?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Because apparently a bunch of things were changed and added and stuff in the new edition. The band, what's the new edition? Who's in that? Is that Mark whatever?
No.
Lachey or something like that?
Oh, no. Wait.
Is that a different one? No, he was in...
New Kids on the Block?
Milk something or something, right? Well, what's
Nick Lachey?
Yeah, Nick Lachey.
He's 98 Degrees, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was in Warm Milk or
Yep.
Milktown or something.
The only milk band I could think of was Neutral Milk Hotel, which would be really weird if he was a part of that.
Oh, they're like indie or something.
Yeah,
right?
very indie.
Oh, okay. So Nick Lachey in 98 Degrees.
Which is how warm he likes his milk. That's probably what it was.
Oh, maybe that's a connection. But what's the what are the other ones?
There's NSYNC. There's New Kids on the Block.
Oh, New Kids on the Block, and that has Mark Wahlberg.
No.
Oh.
He was Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch.
Oh, because of Mark.
Feel it.
Marky Mark. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
that makes more sense. And Nick Lachey was in that.
I don't think so. But
Where's
he
Justin Timberlake?
In sync.
With what?
I don't know, a bunch of other dudes.
Oh. All right. That's good. They can harmonize. I would appreciate it. And there was some other one too, right?
Backstreet Boys.
Right. Yeah, Backstreet Boys. And they're all homeless now.
Nope, they're back.
Street?
It's back. All right.
All right.
No, they do these 90s tours now where they have like all these like old bands from the 90s that tour together so they can get a bunch of middle-aged people to go to these concerts.
Get them by themselves.
Yeah, it's like, nobody's going to buy just a Backstreet Boys ticket, but you pair them up with like TLC or Who's Left of TLC and
that's
like,
too soon.
Vanilla Ice was on the last one.
Oh, it's too soon too.
Coolio.
Oh, that's way too soon.
I saw Coolio. He was
he
so
panhandling?
bad. Yeah. He may as well have been. No, he was playing at this event. It's like just in like a park where it's all just food vendors, and then for some reason they get a bunch of like local bands to play there to like have background music. But he played that for free, and it wasn't full, and it was just embarrassing. And he just kept hitting on 18-year-olds.
Right.
I'm just gonna call them 18-year-olds because I don't want to know, but it was gross.
Well, it's no slight to Coolio because he did make some like gangster music, so we don't know if he's gonna put out a hit on us or something. So
yeah,
he
almost put a hit out on Weird Al because he was mad about Amish Paradise.
Really? Oh, that was a good song.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man, Weird Al, what a reference.
Soon to be Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Weird Al, if the world is just.
Oh my god. I don't know if that really counts. Who gets to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Don't you have to like play guitar or something?
If Run DMC can do it. Weird Al plays...
did they make it in there?
Yeah. Weird Al plays the accordion, and he plays it extremely well. And he puts on a better show than most of the bands that I've seen out there.
Well, that's more than, just using your mouth or whatever.
And he's been relevant for like 40 years.
That's not to say that Run DMC performed sexual favors to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's not what I was saying. I'm saying because they rap.
We're not saying they didn't either.
I'm not saying they did. I couldn't with confidence say that. Yeah. But I'm not for sure saying they did.
We'll just say no comment.
After we commented on it? Yeah. Good job.
Thanks.
All right, so what the hell is this episode about?
Top Gun, dude.
Oh, Top Gun. Yeah, did you see the original?
Probably.
God, are you kidding me?
So, all right, I'm going to pretend it was Top Gun because I remember most of it, but Independence Day when they're flying around shooting at each other, I remember that.
Independence Day, coming soon to PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and Windows 95 CD-ROM.
Screw it. Let's talk about Independence Day then. So yeah, there was some flying in Independence Day. Did they use? Was it CG? I can't even remember. There's probably a lot of CG, right?
Yeah, it would have had to have been.
And just on sets, and they have just the cockpit or whatever it is, and doing that.
Make it shake.
That movie, we were idiots. I loved that movie when I was a kid, and I
drop
can't even
pictures of
watch it
alien
now.
shows and stuff.
Well, I can't even watch it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Jeff Goldblum was awesome in it, though.
Jeff Goldblum's awesome in everything.
And Bill Pullman was good.
I mean,
for his one speech.
Come on,
He's a leader. He tied us together.
Are you actually
This whole
motivated by
country
that today? Like, in your current adult state, do you go watch that?
No, I don't go watch it. I'm motivated by when I saw it when I was like 9. And
We will
my
survive.
memory of it.
Today is our Independence Day.
Yeah, so I'm motivated by what I felt back then. So as long as I don't watch it again, then it'll never be sullied for me.
Yeah, I don't know about that. What was the other thing that... Oh, you said Jeff... Not Goldblum.
Goldblum, yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to bring up his most well-known popular movie. The biggest box office one.
The Fly.
That's what I was going to say.
There is a limit, even to the imagination, where our greatest creations meet our deepest fears.
Something went wrong.
Because I recently watched that again. You've seen that, right?
Yeah, a long time ago. That was called Verhoeven, wasn't it?
Yeah, Verhoeven. Cronenberg does weird stuff too, though. Did Cronenberg do the first RoboCop? Is that him?
I think so.
Wait, Cronenberg...
No,
he did
Cronenberg.
Naked Lunch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Naked Lunch, okay. But yeah, so The Fly, I watched that again, and what's her name? whoever the chick is in that, I want to say Alicia Vikander.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so she's actually hot in that. She's very attractive.
Wait, she's in The Fly?
Yeah.
She's like 20, dude.
I know.
How the hell was she in The Fly?
No, I don't remember her. It's the woman from Thelma and Louise. The other one. Not the one you're thinking of.
I don't know.
Not Michelle Branch, but
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Joni Mitchell.
Okay, Johnny.
Yeah. Whoever it is, there's one who I didn't think
I'm
she
going
was
to picture
ever
Helen Mirren
attractive.
because you said attractive.
All right, Helen Mirren. But
She's still attractive, that old lady.
I just didn't think she was attractive, because I saw her in a bunch of other movies. But I hadn't seen her in, earlier movies when she was a real movie star. And she was a pretty girl. She's a very attractive woman. So I'm glad we got that covered. But The Fly was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I should watch it again.
Because they did it really gradually. They had the whole setup thing where I'm a super genius and, we're figuring all this stuff out. And it made sense that she was a journalist. And they're making a teleportation device. And so by whatever accounts, it's a sci-fi movie where you could just have it where, I figured this out and I'm so amazing and it worked. But they have that twist where the little what's it called? The freaking marmot gets in there. Mm-hmm. And so when he gets transported, combines all the DNA, he becomes a person marmot.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's really cool. And like I said, because it's something that could have been really simple and just boring or whatever, but it took this turn, and it was so cool watching it all develop after that. And I know we're talking about a movie from like 1983, but still, it was a thoroughly enjoyable movie. And Jeff Goldblum, excellent, fantastic in that movie. He has to do a lot of different things, but he plays a bunch of different kind of characters. Like he has to be this jerk who's just trying to, lure women in to go into the thing with him and also go through so that they could be like him and all that stuff. And there are a lot of cool concepts about it, sci-fi concepts about is it really the same person if you've been deconstructed and then put back together and all that stuff. So that was The Fly.
I feel like they didn't go over any of that in Star Trek when they were teleporting people around.
God, yeah, they didn't have a whole lot of complexity in the teleportation in Star Trek.
No.
And they didn't have a lot of gross monsters that were hybrids of flies and men or marmots or whatever.
It must have great filtration on the Enterprise.
Well, probably.
There probably wouldn't be any marmots flying around in there.
Oh, maybe. But do you need those? Are those necessary?
But they had tribbles in there like crazy.
What's a tribble?
It's those little furry things. There's a very famous episode called The Trouble with Tribbles.
This is a ridiculous name.
They reproduce like crazy, but they're super cute. They find them on this planet. They're like, oh, this thing's adorable. And they bring it up to the ship, and then they repopulate all over the place, and then the whole ship is overrun with them.
I thought that was Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
Isn't that what that's about?
Yep. Well, they dropped them off on Endor.
Oh, it's the prequel to Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Trouble with Tribbles. I want to say that a lot now.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be the name of the episode. Trouble with Tribbles. Wait, this is about Top Gun.
Yeah.
Damn it.
The Tribbles could potentially fly. They were on a spaceship already. I think they could figure out an F-18.
That's one thing that everybody was talking about when they started doing all this new Star Trek stuff, is that Star Trek originally, it was about optimism and exploration and fun and, adventure and all that. And then all the new ones are just about, like, sad, ugly, terrible stuff, and they're all horribly done.
Typical, like, blockbuster movies.
Everything, everything's coming out to be that. So why have you not seen any like newer movies? Like what have you been watching?
Well, I've seen some new ones, but most of them suck.
They can still suck. Just what's another movie? We have to pad this episode out.
We gotta pad it out.
Yeah.
One that I loved, Jojo Rabbit.
Here's Master Jojo. You're a top man.
There you boys will be involved in such activities as war games. When I was your age, I had an imaginary friend.
I don't think I can do this.
Was? Of course you can.
If you want to talk about that.
Jojo Rabbit. Yeah, that was one.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, Taika Waititi was endearing himself to me with that one. Although he kind of. What do you mean?
Nothing.
That was weird. A Jojo Rabbit. Oh, because it's about Hitler? Yeah. Something like that. I thought it was, some people had issues with the tone. I don't give any credit to anybody who says, "Oh, it's insensitive" or anything like that. I don't care. Shut up. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
It's from the perspective of the child too.
Yeah.
So like any of the things that are like insensitive are his, like from his perspective of what's going on.
His
at the time.
interpretation.
That's why
of the
Hitler
circumstances.
seems like a hero to him and talks like a child. You
Right.
know, it's like,
Right.
instead of rocking out on meth and getting pissed at Jesse Owens.
And that's also why he. Wait, Jesse Owens? I had to. My computer did something, so I had to fix it, and all I heard was "rocking out on meth" and Jesse Owens. And I was like, "Wait,
I
what?"
started getting pissed off at Jesse Owens.
Okay. You mean the Hitler with the number one finger?
Yeah.
Where he put it down.
Yeah. He's like, oh, who got second place? I don't have 2 fingers.
Yeah. Why don't they do? They could have 2 fingers, and we're number 2. It's still a silver.
Yeah,
They could go all the way to
Be
bronze.
proud. I mean,
Maybe we should corner that market. We can
Number
make
2
second
fingers?
place and third place fingers, foam fingers,
Yep.
and sell those at places.
and then we could have like 2 hands that do like this. If you're just like, we tried.
This is just audio. Why are you?
They get what I'm doing with my hands, and I go,
All right, everybody in the web zone, put in the comments what you think he was doing with his hands. No, never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. Never mind. Shut that down. All right. So anyway, but I do think we should make the foam fingers the second place and third place foam fingers.
Deal.
I think that's a good idea. So what were we talking? Olympics. We were talking about Jesse Owens, right? Okay.
We're talking
So
about Jojo Rabbit.
oh, right. But Jojo Rabbit. Yeah. So I thought it was really funny. Like there were legitimately really funny moments in that, and it's a good concept about, like you said, it's a child's interpretation of the propaganda that he's been force fed for however long. And he has to try to interpret that in face of having run into a Jew.
Yeah.
And
and his own personal humanity. He runs into this Jewish person that he really sees as just a regular person that he actually kind of has a crush on and really has a relationship with, and decides like, oh, but I have to be a good German. I'm gonna use this opportunity to learn all the weaknesses about Jews instead of because he wasn't never gonna turn her in. It's like even though he's told that's what you're supposed to do to be a good German, turn him in, that sort of thing. But
what happens at the end? Hitler saves Germany and it takes over the West, and
obviously,
that okay.
just it was very historically accurate.
Right. All right. Das Heil. I don't even know if that means anything.
Probably. No, I love Sam Rockwell in that movie, by the way, too.
Oh yeah, he's he was an officer.
He was
Nazi
an officer, but he was just a super gay officer or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he had his little minion that was always with him, and he was just he turned out to be kind of one of the better dudes as far as Nazis go, I guess.
Right. One of the better Nazis.
So apparently, almost every Nazi in that movie was played by a Jewish person.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's why what's his Stephen Merchant? When he comes
right, yeah.
He's like, I'll hit that. And they just keep doing it over and over, yeah.
But that's what it's so. I just really like that kind of a set to take that and be able to do that, because that's something you haven't seen all of Curb, but in one of the episodes in Curb Your Enthusiasm, he runs into this guy just by happenstance, and they're just kind of getting along. They're talking about golf and all that kind of stuff, and then the guy tells him that he's a sex offender, but he's like, oh, I really get along with this guy though, so I want to invite him over to our party and stuff, and so obviously that's a setup for a whole bunch of stuff later on, but. It's a good setup. It has the tension already built into it. Everything with Hitler and a kid and him having to deal with the Jew and all that stuff. That was a hard J I put on that. I'm gonna have to soften that.
That doesn't make it any better. You.
But you could say a Jew, or you could say Jew, and it just sounds way different.
Bless you.
Yeah. But yeah, so in the kid, how many kids can you find that are actually good actors and have good timing?
Just him and Anakin.
Someday, I'm going to fly away from this place.
You're a pilot?
All my life.
Him and Anakin, exactly. Like we were talking about yesterday.
That's working.
Spitting's a good trick. Man, yeah. We should go through... I wanted to go through all the quotes that we could remember from episode 1 yesterday, but
We only
remember two.
Yeah.
And there was the one kid who said, "Finish the race, of course." There's that kid.
I just thought of another one.
What?
When he said, "Only a Sith deals in absolutes."
That's not from episode 1.
Oh,
that's from episode 3.
I just love the irony in it.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
What else is happening right now? Isla Nublar.
Yep.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the new Jurassic Parks. They'll suck.
They're all terrible. All
Yeah.
terrible. Totally horrible.
Chris Pratt cash grab. That's tough to say.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt scrap it.
It's like crash scab. Like, crap.
So what about Jojo Rabbit? Was there anything else you wanted to say about that? That had the woman was
Scarlett Johansson.
awesome. Yeah, Scarlett
Yep.
Johansson. Yeah, ScarJo. Good job. The mother. I thought it was a little maudlin, that she gets taken and whatever, spoiler alert. She gets taken and sent off to work as an actress in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But that she's forced to do it so she couldn't take the kid along.
Makes sense.
But so I thought it was a little maudlin, that the way that it happened and how it seemed like kind of obvious that that's what was coming up,
Mm-hmm.
But like everything else just felt really balanced about how this kind of a subject was treated, because you have to deal with something that's extremely serious and heart-wrenching and all that stuff, and you're doing it in a comical way, so you remember that movie that you used to love, Life is something?
Life is Beautiful. Yeah.
That
Roberto Benigni.
Yeah, that one, I remember you're the one who told me to watch that, and that same thing, same setting obviously, but same thing where they have to treat something so horrible and serious with joking about it and doing it in a good way.
The entire first half was just so whimsical and fun. And it's like the second half, you can see all of that same character thrown into like the worst situation imaginable.
Yeah.
And still holding all of that part of his humanity with his kid there.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy.
That's the second time you used the word humanity. I think we need
Did I use that again? When did I use that before?
You were talking about JoJo.
Oh.
You said that his humanity, and it was actually a good point, and I don't mean to point that out, because obviously all my points are better than your points, but in that situation,
Oh, yeah.
you used humanity as a representation of his internal resistance to, the propaganda that suggests that he needs to kill this person or find it an enemy.
Yep.
So that was the first time that you used humanity, and the second time you used humanity is when you were talking about Weasel.
Obviously.
Yeah, and how deep and complex that character is. So obviously, I second
He
that.
would have made Life is Beautiful so much better if he was in it.
Weasel.
Yep.
Toss Weasel in there and see how Life is Beautiful goes.
Family and imagination conquer all. Life is beautiful.
He would have been one of the Nazis. I don't think
Not on purpose, though. They just put him in the outfit and he just like made noises and ran around like.
Yeah, that's such a good character. But you didn't see. What are we at? Yep, we need to keep. Okay, we need to pad this out a little bit longer. You didn't see Licorice Pizza.
It's a god-awful small affair, but a friend is nowhere to be.
Not yet.
Because you hate Paul Thomas Anderson.
No, I just like to sleep to his movies.
But Licorice Pizza, I did watch that, and he's another director who doesn't really have an interest in the inner complexity of people and characters. Mm-hmm. He's more interested in the whole mise-en-scène, the whole thing together, and what the situation suggests about it all. But that movie is another one where I watch it, and I'm looking for the traditional things in a movie, but you don't really get those, and I just love it. I just love it all the way through, because I'm not. It's more an atmosphere or a vibe than it is, like a classic movie. It's a bunch of vignettes set in this time, and it's a kind of a love story, but there's something just gorgeous about it, and so well thought out and put together. And it has one actor that I don't like, who I think is pretty overrated, but he's fantastic in this, and that's not Chris Cooper. not Paul.
Chris Pratt.
Thomas Anderson. Not Chris Pratt. Oh, it has the son of what's his name? The chubby, excellent actor from. Oh, Jesus, he was in Mission Impossible 3 as the villain. He was in Magnolia. He was in Oh, one of your favorite movies of all time. Synecdoche, in New York.
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Yes, it has his son. His son is the
cool.
main character in Licorice Pizza. And some really weird-looking girl who kind of fits the part. But it's a complete new person, you know. Oh, no. She did something. She was like on stage or something, or she was a singer. I can't remember now.
Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce. So it's got Philip Seymour Hoffman's kid and Beyonce. And they are from like 1970s California or whatever, and they're going through a love story. Yeah, that's right.
So would you say like Paul Thomas Anderson paints this like mental setting with his movies the same way that like Wes Anderson paints like a physical setting with his movies?
Maybe. They both operate kind of on a vibe over like all the technicalities of plot and structure and character development and all that stuff. There's more atmosphere to it.
Because as much as I enjoy Wes Anderson's movies, almost every character in all of the movies acts the exact same.
Yeah, they talk the same. They have the same.
Like the scripts are fun, and like there's more complexity to it than just that. But it's very much just the whole, like, you're looking at it like you're looking at a painting.
Yeah,
but you're watching it happen at you rather than following events.
And that's what, I think PTA, I think Stanley Kubrick, I think Wes Anderson, they all kind of have a broader look at what the movie is, you know, as opposed to all the minor pieces of going through it. So, yeah, but that one, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it going through it, and I'm going to be watching it again, but I also fall asleep to Paul Thomas Anderson movies.
Nice, isn't it?
That's what Phantom Thread, I watched it, for like months. I watched it every night to go to sleep. And same with that other one based on the book by, not Thomas Mann, another Thomas, I think. But
Tom Clancy.
Yeah, based on the book by Tom Clancy. Yeah. That one I fall asleep with Joaquin Phoenix and Tom Cruise. And that one, I fall asleep to that one all the time too. But yeah, PTA he's a different kind of a director. Though I will say, again, Denis Villeneuve, if you just want legit frickin' movie, the kind that, summer blockbuster, great movie, then you have to go to Denis Villeneuve. He's the best living actor right now. Best living director.
He acts as a director all the time, and he's the best at acting as the best director.
That guy, like, have you seen Enemy? Mm-mm. Dude!
I've seen Dune.
Just because it sounds like dude, so that's why you thought of Dune.
Yeah, I was like, I want to see a movie. And they're like, which one? I'm like, Dune? Oh, dude. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, Dune was fun. Okay, we're there. We're not going to add another movie. So, anyway, we talked about How I Met Your Mother.
No, this was all about Top Gun, dude.
Was the other one How I Met Your Mother?
Nope, this one.
This one, but not?
Yeah,
but it was only about Top Gun?
Yeah, and definitely not about... We went over Jojo Rabbit. We went over...
Aliens.
Yep.
No, that was the last one. Licorice Pizza. Isla Nublar, which is the prequel to Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the big picture, though, if we're going to Paul Thomas Anderson this episode, it's all about Southland Tales. I mentioned this movie before and how I've seen it like a bunch of times. It's the Donnie Darko guy's second movie where I've seen it a bunch of times. I don't know what the hell it's about. All of this is about that still somehow. You'll watch it and you'll get it. Or no, you definitely won't because that movie's fucking a mess.
All right, well, that's episode 2 coming from sunny Alaska. Yeah. That'll be that for that one. It's good seeing you.
Next time we're going over all of the Rock's movies in order.
That's a contract. We can't get out of that now. All right, I'm bringing up the list. All right, well, thanks. See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.